everyone! So today I wanted to make a quick video talking all about recreation in the Disney College program. So first of all, what is it? Well, in general, I'm talking about the Disney College program, which is a semester-long internship where you are pretty much a full-time cast member at Walt Disney World or Disneyland. It's a paid internship with great professional experience and also some fun perks. I did my Disney College program in the spring of 2017. A year ago right now, I was down there. I was there from January to May, and I worked at the Contemporary Resort Marina. I applied for recreation, which on the application it is called recreation attractions. What falls under the recreation category is a marina hostess, working at the 2 mini golf courses, slide operations, or any role at the water parks, and also spa and recreation facilities. Children's activities used to fall under this category, but it has now since moved to a separate category. So when you're looking at all the roles, attractions, quick service, merchandise, recreation attractions, children's activities, lifeguarding. If you want to work in children's activities, you would apply for a separate role. Same as lifeguarding, but I believe lifeguarding has always been a separate role in itself. So let's get on to what it's like to work at the marina. So this title of this video is all about recreation. I do not know everything about all the different roles I just named. I could try to answer some questions for you, otherwise I could direct you to some channels that do give information on these roles, because when I was assigned to recreation, when I got accepted, it's kind of a unique role because you don't actually know what you're going to be doing until you get your location, because you could be doing slide operations, you could work at a marina, or you could work in the spa. If you're assigned merchandise, you know you're going to be working in one of the shops. Or if you're a lifeguard, you know you're going to be a lifeguard. Recreation attractions is very broad, and so I didn't even know what my exact role was until I found out my location en route to Orlando. So make a note of that it's very open-ended until you get down there. That being said, I have found a couple videos on slide operations. I know that there is some information out there, as well as children's activities. I know there's a few videos if you are interested in that. Miniature golf, spa, and marina is kind of lumped together, so there's no separate video that I found with that information. So long story short, I'm making this video to help you guys. So what is it like to work at the marina? So like most roles, there are different shifts that you can be assigned to for or during your program. What I mean by that is when you're working in merchandise, one day you might be working as a cashier and another day you could be assigned to the stock room. Whereas the marina, it's the same thing. So there are 5 shifts: opener, call-in factor, cashier, turnover, closer. So this may be different at different resorts. I'm not entirely sure. I know that at the Contemporary Resort, each day there are 5 different cast members that come in to work at the marina, but that's because the Contemporary Resort always has a call-in factor. The call-in factor is someone who comes in, it's a regularly assigned shift, but this person is pretty much there in case someone calls out. They're there to cover for one of the other shifts in case someone is not able to work that day. Whereas other resort marinas do not always have this call-in factor. So, a little sidetrack, at the Contemporary, if no one was sick or had to leave early or for some reason, this person was either sent to another marina that was short a person that day, or they were able to leave early. So technically there's 4 necessary people, but at the Contemporary Resort there are 5 cast members coming in to work that day if everyone isn't available. Now we're going to talk about what a day-to-day basis is like. Obviously it's a little different for each marina. That being said, I'm just going to give you kind of a general idea of what I did each day, and so you'll have somewhat of an idea of what you'll be doing when you go down there. So the day begins. The opener shows up at 8 a.m. to get started on setting up the cabanas that have been rented out for the day. The Contemporary Resort has 4 cabanas that guests can rent out for half a day or a full day, and it falls under the Marina responsibilities to set up and tear down these cabanas. Once the opener has finished the cabanas around 10, if all 4 are rented out, they can get started on opening up the dock, which opens up at 11 a.m. They will start every boat and make sure they're all working. So at 10:30, the call-in factor and the turnover cast member will come in to help the opener finish opening up the dock. Also at 10:30, the cashier comes in, except they are in charge of making sure that the cash office is ready to open at 11 as well. The marina opens at 11 and guests will start wandering over. Most are like, wow, what is this? I've never seen this before. Or they're looking for directions, but some have this on their schedule and they are excited to take out a boat. They first stop in to see the cashier. The cashier fills out a ticket for them, hands it to one of the other cast members, and one of these cast members will then give an approximate 10-minute spiel. So, disclaimer, it's a safety spiel. You have to memorize a 10-minute safety spiel to give to all guests who take out a boat. If it's not busy or another marina needs a cast member, the call-in factor will be sent over to the specific marina. Speaking of, I was able to work at the Contemporary Resort, Polynesian Resort, and also the Fort Wilderness campgrounds. It was really fun. I really enjoyed, having a new experience and being in a new area. It was like a change of speed. It was nice once in a while to go to a new marina. So the day continues. At 12 o'clock, the closer arrives. So this person is just another person on the dock helping clean the boats, send guests out, or welcome them back into the dock. At 2 o'clock, the cabanas that have been rented out for half a day need to be changed, so the turnover cast member will leave the dock and tear down and set back up a fresh, clean cabana for the guests that have rented out the cabana for the afternoon. And pretty much that's kind of what happens. So obviously there are very busy times where we need all hands on deck and everyone is either doing a spiel, welcoming a guest back, sending a guest out, answering questions, cleaning some boats. Yeah, it's very multitasking and team-oriented. At 4 o'clock, the opener is able to leave. At 5 o'clock, the marina closes, and it's time to tie up all the boats, shut down the cash office, and make sure the marina is all ready for the next day. At 5:30, once the marina has closed, the cashier and call-in factor are able to head out. So the turnover cast member leaves at 6:30, but they are there to help the closer grab all the towels and prepare all the materials for the cabanas the following day. So at 7 o'clock, after the turnover cast member has left, the cabanas are ready to be tore down for the night. And at 8 o'clock, the closer is able to go home for the night. So I know that was very detailed, but that is pretty much exactly how it works at the Contemporary Resort. Except I know that it's different for every resort. The times may vary. There may not be as many cabanas or cabanas at all. Alright, so now I wanted to go into the pros and cons of what it's like to work in recreation. Pros. We're gonna be positive first. So first, you are outside, which is pretty awesome. For some people, that's a pro. For some people who do the Disney College program, they want to be outside. So if you want to be outside, for the most part, if you sign up for recreation attractions, you'll be outside. Another fun pro is that perks, you get free boat rides. If you decide to take out some of the boats from your home resort. You get a complimentary boat ride for as long as you want. You could literally take it out all day and it'd be free. I already said this, but the ability to work in different marinas, having a different atmosphere, different location every once in a while, that'd be really cool. It's shorter shifts. The longest shift I worked was 8 hours, 7.5 to 8 hour shifts tops. That's really nice. And also, the earliest you'll be there is 8 a.m. and the latest you'd stay is 8 p.m. It's also very laid back. There are busy times, don't get me wrong. Sometimes there would just be people every direction. Everything was happening at once. But it's nice at the marina is that there are chill times. It's not a huge rush all day. It's not like Seven Dwarfs Mine Train where there's always people coming in. There's always something to do, but it's not always working in the marina. Like, you're not always sending people out in boats. Now onto the cons, some negatives. So one is you're outside. If you don't want to be outside, if you're not ready to be in 90-degree heat in the summer, then this is not the role for you. Also, you're standing the entire shift. I know that's like every other role. You're also standing and walking around. There's lots of manual labor. You're pushing boats, you're cleaning boats. It can be a lot of work, and most nights I was exhausted. Another con is it can be a pro, it can be a con, depending on the person. It's slower. There obviously are those busy moments, but it's not a go, constantly going role. Sometimes it's just slow. So if you're not into that, then maybe you want a different role. And the last con is just that it is shorter shifts. I guess lastly, the last thing I want to talk about is that even though there are some negative aspects in this role, I really loved it. I loved my college program. I thought I had the best job. Obviously, every role has its moments. Every job you'll ever have is gonna have, moments where you're not always having fun. It's not always a great time, but all in all, I thought it was so fun. It was so different. I had never seen anyone talk about working in a marina or working in recreation in general. So I really didn't know what to expect, but I honestly had the best time. So I guess that's it. Please, if you have any questions, please comment down below. Let me know if you worked in recreation so we can talk about it, because I honestly had the greatest time, and I hope that you will consider applying for recreation for your college program. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.